seem to move you like you did. I'm so out of love, like I'm so out of place. I can't get away, can't run away, I can't get away. You're bringing on the heartache. 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 I can't get away, can't run away, I can't get away. I can't get away, can't run away, I can't get away. I can't get away, can't run away, I can't get away. I can't get away, can't run away, I can't get away. You're bringing on the heartache. You're bringing on the heartache.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. How are you? All right, so I needed to verify quickly if everything is going well. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Tech Condo. It is Monday, and you know what that means is that from now on, every Monday, and I'm really making a point of it because I really want to go live every single Monday. I will be here with a new episode. I have planned like a lot of episodes in advance, so I hope that is also the case. My idea about this year is that it's going to be about 48, give or take, episodes of Tech Condo, and it's really cool for you guys to be here. I see that Rudy Engels is also in the house. He says "Goede avond." That's Dutch for good evening, and indeed good evening to you, Rudy, as well. So today we're gonna talk about the ATEM Mini switcher, what it does. Let me show it very quickly to you, very briefly, how it looks like, so that you can see it. This is it. This is the ATEM Mini. It's right in front of me right here. But we're gonna talk about it very thoroughly today and talk about how it can be used in your stream or whatever you want to use it for. So without further ado, let's start the show. And again, welcome to the show. Welcome to Tech Condo. My name is Petra Verbruggen, and if you want to support the show, you can go to techcondo.net. There you'll find several ways of, supporting the show by donating $5, $10, $15. This is where you can do it. Support Tech Condo. That's where you can find it. All right. So today we're going to talk about the ATEM Mini, and you just saw it a few seconds ago. It is this product that I have right here, right in front of me, and let's just make it easier on ourselves and just go like so that you can actually see it. So this is really it. This is how big it is, and let me hold it up just for to check it out. This is how it looks like. Now the flickering is because of the camera, but this is really all it is. It's really a very thin device, and this is what it looks like on this side. So, yeah, because it sees my eyes. There you go. What do we have here? Let's just talk about it. Let me try to get it a little bit closer. Yep. All right. So, moving from here. So this is the power, Ethernet. If you want, this is optional. Then you've got the USB, which is also optional, but I'm going to talk about it. Then you got 4 HDMI inputs and 1 HDMI output, which is right there. That is an HDMI output, and basically that's it. Well, there are also the possibilities to also use microphone entries like mini jack, but unfortunately I do not have that, so I cannot show that part. There are some other things that this system can do which I cannot show you because of the same thing, that because I just don't have it. But if that occurs, then of course I will tell you during this show. So moving on to this again. So what you see here is really the system, and what you can see here is let me just go through them one by one. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras that you can hook up, all HDMI, so no SDI supported in this device, but it's also meant for YouTubers, online creators, but also for maybe Skype calls, but also for something that I think that I want to use it for, but I'm going to tell you that in a minute. It's possible to fill in a still if you would like to. That is possible as well. And you can also, of course, fade to black like so. That is also possible. Sorry, fade to black. This is really black, but there's also a fade to black button right here if you would like to. Now you've got cut and auto. Cut means that you go from one camera to the other, like within boom, like so. But you can also have auto, and then you have several transitions between camera items as well. Now on top of that, you'll see that it's all nicely laid out. So this is all about camera one. Well, actually not fully true, because this is microphone 1, this is microphone 2. Those are those two right here. So microphone 1 and microphone 2. And then this is all camera 1. This is all camera 2. This is all camera 3 and 4. And if I look at this, and let's just talk about it. So AFV stands for audio follow video, which means that if you switch this on, then it will automatically, when it goes to camera 1, it will use the audio of camera 1. If then you go to camera 2, mark that it will turn red, because this is then the audio that you hear. So that's audio follow video. You can also go to off, which I prefer because I want to be fully in control of it. But that's the same thing for all of them. You can reset everything to the standard audio format. So these are all audio oriented buttons. Of course, you can switch on the audio. So if I switch this on, then the audio is actually on, like so. So this is really on, so it's always on. And here you can increase or decrease the audio levels. So those are the two arrows right there. And it's really all everywhere the same thing. So it's really, the only thing that you really need is audio follow video or on. So this is an on relationship, or an or relationship, or you do on or that one. So that's basically everything here has now been already discussed. That is that fast. Looking at this area is also quite interesting, is that if you have auto selected, you can actually go from 1 to 2, and you see it takes some time. How much time does it take? Well, 1 second. And that is because I put it here on 1 second, but you can also make it 0.5 seconds. So if I then go to 1, poof, it's right there. So again, very quick. If I go to 2 seconds, you will see it will take quite some time to go to that transition. We'll see that in a few seconds how that works, but that is basically how this system is oriented. So that is the transition, and especially with auto. And you can also say here what you wanted to do. Do you want to mix? Mix is the same as fade. So it's really like I do this. So this is a fade, like so. But you can also do a cut, and this is a cut. So it's really like boom, boom. That's a cut. So dip actually dips to a color and then goes back. So it's like maybe from picture to white, then to another picture. So in between the cut that I did here, that would be then like a white thing in between. Then you have the possibility to move a full shot, like so, and then this. But let's go through them one by one and just show it how it looks. There's also a possibility. This is something that I cannot show you, to do a key, and that is that you can actually have, like, if you have a green screen and you want to key yourself out, and that is really possible. Let me go to this screen because I want to make sure that it's very that this part is very important. So that system, even though it's really small, it punches a lot of quality rich products. So it can actually be a very, very good green screen keyer. It actually is really good, and I have to really emphasize that, because the technology that's in this small box is exactly the same as the $3,000 version of the ATEM Mini switcher. So it's really that good. Just to clarify, it's really that good. Now, that being said, what can't it do? Because now I've really talked about a lot of things that it can do, apart from another thing, and that's picture-in-picture, but we'll talk about that in a few seconds. So what is important is that it is a very capable switcher. There is one caveat, and that is it does not have what they call multi-view. And if you want to know what multi-view is, then I only have to go to my display and I show you this one. So below these you see a few cameras. So this is one camera, that is a camera, that is a camera, that is a camera, and that is not possible to do that with the ATEM Mini. So that is something that the system cannot handle, unfortunately. Now, there is the possibility to use the HDMI out as a way to prefix it to a specific channel. So it will only show that channel, and that way, for instance, if you're in a event and you don't have anything else than before this product, then it will be still possible to have that available to you, right? So you can always see that picture. One thing that you can do is, for instance, what we call the ISO camera. So the camera that has the overall picture where you can see everything what's happening on the stage, for instance. Then that is something that you can use as a preview. So you have that all the time on that one. But you can still then switch between via the USB-C port. So the USB-C port and the HDMI out does not have to be the same channel. That's interesting as well, I think. So you might have noticed something that if you see here, I have vMix running and I have a camera right here, and it's connected to the ATEM switcher right here. And of course, you are interested in seeing how it looks. So let's do that. Let's show it like so. So this is the ATEM Mini, and we already talked about. Let's also put my iPhone on it as well. So you can also put your iPhone on it. You do need to have this special dongle for that. And let's put that. Oh, now I have to go to this quickly to this one, because otherwise it's very shaky. And let's just put this in and make sure that I'm logged in, like so. Okay, so I do have like this. Let's put it right there and show you this screen. Okay, so this is what I have in my hand. I'm waving with it. Hello. And this is my iPhone, and that is the ATEM Mini. I have put it on auto, 1 second, and let's put it on this one right there. And let's see what happens if I press this button. Whoop. Let's do it again. Whoop. There you go. So that's one option that you have. Then you have this one right here. And what does that one do? This. Whoop. And back. Oh, sorry, that's my fault. That and back. Then let's do this one. Nice wipe. Like so. And then this one is also a wipe. There you go. So you see that even though it's a very small system, it's actually very capable of assisting you in getting your to switch between systems. Now, the way that I've connected it is that I actually have connected it. Let me show you this side as well, like so. So I've connected it via a Ethernet port and via the webcam out. So this is just USB-C, and this is Ethernet. And on UPS USB-C, it actually has the possibility to connect to a setup system, so you can put in the IP address so that you're able to switch it via software. So that's also possible. So if I would do that, let me show you how that looks. So let's go to this display right here, and boom, there you have it. So this is the same software that you had just now, and you can just use your mouse to go to camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4. And there's also other possibilities. So for instance, you have a media tab right here. If you click on that, you can actually add a still, which I have done right here. So this is a still that I have added. It's a very old still, so, but let's show what that looks like. So let's go back to the this picture right here, and then show you what happens if I press this still button right here. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can really see it. Click. There you go. The still button is right there. And let's go back to the camera. So that is how easy this system is. And let me think a little bit. So what we have done is that we've shown that the system can actually handle 4 HDMI channels. It can use stills. So for instance, what you can do with it is that you can have a lower third right here, like so. The other thing is that it does not have animation. So now this is changing right below, but that's not possible. So you really need to do that manually if you would like to. Now there are possibilities to do macros, but that's only possible on the video software that I just showed you. So the software controls this device. Again, especially if it comes to your DVE, that kind of stuff, it is really a fantastic system that is really capable of being a how to say that, a full-on production system. That's what I wanted to say. Now, what is my use case? Why do I have it, right? Now, I'm actually using it now with conjunction with here my other system, I want to bring in computers and laptops and my phone, for instance. I want to bring in, and the reason why I'm doing that on that system and not on the system that I am using for Taekwondo is that my system has an inherent problem with USB 3.0 ports. It is a system that's already 5 years old, and it is already showing its age, especially with USB 3.0 ports. I don't know why, I don't know how it comes, but it does do it. It does work, but it can only handle like 2 or 3 USB 3.0 ports, and then it's just doing all kinds of different awkward things. So I decided to put it on that computer right there and then just bring it in via NDI, and that works like a charm. Now, this is really something that is specific for my device because it's an old one. It works like a charm and it's fully packed with a lot of gear. So it might also be that it's just on the top of what it can handle. It's fine, but at least I can now bring in my laptop. I can bring in my phone. I can actually bring additional cameras. By the way, this is the camera that started all my streaming. This was a camera that I started streaming with. It is a fantastic camera. It's already, I believe, 6-7 years old. It was only 250 euros when we bought it, and it's great. And this is actually also the camera that I'm gonna use for my use case, apart from in my studio, if I need it, because I'm not going to need it every week. So I'm only going to switch it on when I need it. And otherwise, I'll just put it in a backpack and only use it when I need it. But my use case is actually, and I'm going to do a full video on that, is for my minimal setup. So when I'm, for instance, in the US or in a hotel and I want to give you my content, like I said, every single Monday, that is at least 48 episodes during this year, I want to go live. That also means that I have to go live when I'm on vacation or when I'm at work and I need to do it right there. And this is my Surface Pro. It is 2 years old already. I bought it for 650 euros. Sorry, $650 because I bought it in the US at Best Buy. It was an already old version of this system, and it does run vMix. I have the HD version of vMix on this system, and the idea is that I want to bring in, for instance, that camera right there, the beautiful Sony 6400, and also maybe this camera as a second camera to show you a little bit around, to show you what I have on my desk, that kind of stuff, and to make it a little bit more of a show that you are also accustomed to. So one more thing that I forgot to mention is, and now I need to go to this system, is that it's also possible to not only have the style of what I do with cutting, so I can cut to, let's show you this shot very quickly here. So I can go like so through all of the cameras. But you can also, which is a little bit more of a, I would say, professional way of working, you can also put it into a preview program mode. What I mean by that is the following, and now I have to go back to this display to show you what I mean. So for instance, if I would like to go from this to this, then it's just a cut, right? So that's the way that that works. But normally what you do is that you first bring it to preview, and then you go to cut, and then you bring it to preview, and then you go to cut, and then you go to preview, and then you go to cut. the reason why you want to do that is that you want to make sure that the camera is going well, that everything is going as you want. Hey Kermit, I hope that you're here, Kermit. He's here. Now I lost my track of mind. You want to make sure that the camera is correct, everything is going as you want, and then just bring it live. That's the way that you want to do it. That is a setting that you can do on this system. So let's go ahead and show that to you. If all is well, that will be possible. Let me try to make sure that that is the case. So there you go. Now you're on that system. And the other thing that you need to do is go to the ATEM Mini. Click on this. Say program switching. Program preview. Hit save. And then you're done. And how does it look? Well, like so. So now you can actually see that there's a green button and a red button. So if I press on the green button, then it turns red. If I do auto, it turns to 1. If I want to go to 4 and I want to cut, 4 is active, the 2 is in preview, and you can actually also go to 2 again and I say cut, but then you see that it always goes that way. So that is also a possibility, and that is if you are a little bit more of a I don't know how to put that. So this is a more like a professional way of working, but for us online creators, I don't know if it's really needed. I don't think it's needed. So I'd rather just put it back. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So again, go here, change this to a cut bus. Here you have the IP address, save, and now everything is back to normal. So now you can just go ahead and click through all the cameras here. All right. Let me say hi to some people. Hey, Jason, welcome. How are you? Happy birthday, Jason. Hope that you're doing well. What did you get for your birthday? I am interested. So let me know. And also a big hi to my dad, who's also here. And of course, earlier on, I said goedenavond to Rudy, who says good evening in Dutch. All right. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this, then please let me know. If you'd like to support the show, go to techcondo.net and support the show by donating $5, $10, $25. Again, next week we will be talking about how this is all integrated in my minimum setup for if I'm on location and I want to bring you a multi-camera production. Because last time I just used, when I was abroad, I only used the camera that's inside of the surface. But of course, this camera, which you see right here, is amazingly better. So that's the one that we are going to use moving forward. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you liked it. It's a fantastic product. I really recommend it for this kind of thing. So small parts. Oh, wait a sec before I go. Thanks, says Rudy. We are using it for webinars, and that's a fantastic way of using it, Rudy, because again, it's really straightforward. People learn it very quickly. There's no software involved, even though we, of course, love vMix. This is very easy to switch, and if you don't need all the graphics around it, then this is the way you have to go. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Next week, I almost forgot. So next week we are going to talk about indeed the minimal setup before I forget. And of course, like I said earlier on, I have quite a lot of other shows lined up for you this year. So be here every Monday, 8 p.m. Central European Time, 7 o'clock if you live in the UK, 2 o'clock if you live on the eastern side of the US, 11 a.m. if you live on the western side of the US, 10 a.m. I think it's for Jason. If sorry, that's not true. 12 o'clock for Jason. If you live in Australia, it's 6 a.m. in the morning. Sorry for that in Sydney, but you can actually see this video live, and that's the reason why I did it. So I hope to see you on the next one. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see. Oh, whoa. Wait. I love reactions, so I need to camera, PowerPoint, microphone, bam. There you go. That is definitely also exactly really the reason why I like this product so much. It's fantastically easy for people that don't need all the nitty gritty that we want to do, like these graphics on top of it. If that's not needed, then this is perfect. Thank you very much for your reaction again, Rudy, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.